Okay. What's going on, LBHT crew? B, what is going on?
Not much of anything. Big day tomorrow. I mean, not for me, but for some people. Huge day Friday. The biggest day of the year Friday with the Panthers picking. But yeah, nothing else going on because the Lakers don't like to play basketball. So
That was crushing.
not for me. Maybe for Lakers fans.
Yeah. Well, look, guys, it is Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Hope your week is going well, but if not, hopefully it gets better starting right now. We are streaming live on YouTube, Twitter/X, Twitch, and Facebook. So wherever you're listening to us, make sure you hit that like button. Also follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you're listening to the audio podcast, make sure you give us a 5-star review. Share it out with your friends and loved ones because we are trying to grow on that side. All right. It is draft eve, ladies and gentlemen, which means we ain't going to be here long. Okay.
That's right.
We will be back here tomorrow on this channel, or you can go over to Coach Evan's channel on Sip to Tally Films. We're going to be simulcasting, all right, the draft. So if you want to check it out here, I encourage you to do so, or go to Coach's stream. You can do either one. Comment, we'll be able to read both comments, and we'll respond accordingly. All right. So it's going to be a lot of fun. The whole crew will be there. All right. The roundup crew is us, Hendo from the Rogue Pod. I think Mike said he's going to be there as well. He might stop by. So OTR Mike should be there, and Chris just joking, and also Chris's crew, the Deep Cover Podcast. You got Carrie and Mike over there, so it's gonna be a lot of fun. All right, who we got here in the chat? Speaking of Coach, there he is. Says hello, everyone. Hello, Coach. Coach brought up he made a great video today. You guys need to go check it out about our offensive line coach, Joe DeSandris. I think I said his name right. We're going to discuss that a little bit too. Okay. Great video, Coach. Great video. And I agree 100%. And Bazel, who is first. Yes, you are first. Salute to you, Bazel. Urban, you are not last. He said last. You are not last. You are second, my friend. But I guess if you're not first, you're last, right?
That's right.
Our guy Noah's in the house. Says LBHT crew. Good Wednesday afternoon. Can't wait to see what happens tomorrow night. That's right. Let's see what else we got here. Chris White is in the house. Says, y'all ain't late though. We're never late. All right. I don't even know why you're laughing. What's the laughing emoji for?
Chris, we decide what time the show starts. only y'all can be late.
Facts. Big Reg is in the house. What's going on, Big Reg? Says, well, hello, peoples. Hello, Big Reg. Who else do we have in here? Shaheen. Yes. What's going on, Shaheen? Salute to you. Appreciate you coming through. Who else is in here? Pay the bills. What up, though? That's shout out to our guy Aaron Duncan. That's his thing. What up, though? Okay. Salute to Aaron Duncan from Unnecessary Bluntness. We got to get him on the show. Dapper Don's in the house. Says, waiting for Jose's comment on Bateman extension. Oh, it's coming.
Wow.
All right.
Our guy Keeping It Real is over there on Twitter rooting for his Miami Heat. He says, Tyler Harrow, the pressure's on you. You better answer the call. You about to be very disappointed. Keeping it
real. Be the change you wish to see. What up, though? Okay, all right. You guys think this is Unnecessary Bluntness over here? What up, though? Hey, guys, anybody subscribe to Unnecessary Bluntness? All right, go subscribe if you're not subscribed. Tell them Lunch Break Hot Take sent you, and they said, "What up, though?" All right, that's a Panthers YouTuber. He is dope.
Yeah,
he is dope. Real cool guy. All right. Who else in here? Slim Smith says, "What's up, fam? What's up, Slim?" Kevin Hubbard in the house says, "Panthers Nation, salute."
Yes,
salute Panthers Nation. Okay. And Osmond's in the house says, "Hey, Jose, Brodny, and all in the chat. Hey, thanks for coming through." All right. We are going to make this a shorter stream. You guys are, you have been spoiled. Okay. I shouldn't even say it's a shorter stream. It's a regular stream. This was supposed to be an hour-long show. somehow it's morphed to an hour and 59 minutes and 59 seconds. Okay, we're not doing anything near 2-hour stream today. Okay,
Disgusted.
We gave you 2 videos earlier today. You need to go click on all of those. Everybody that's in here right now, go over there, click on that after this stream. Okay,
Hit the like button.
Hit the like button. Share with your friends. We did a 3-round mock draft on there. All right, for both teams. So check those out, and you can be back here tomorrow and watch us through the draft. Okay. So you've seen a lot of us this week. Okay. You're getting more than enough of us. Yeah. Pay the Bill says, salute. You guys are some real ones for that, though. Hey, salute to you. No. He says hashtag more 2-hour streams. No more 2-hour streams.
Yeah, from Reg. I mean, Noah, you can get in on it.
Yeah, get in on it.
You know, Yolanda loves 2-hour streams.
There you go. A collective effort there. All right. So, all right. We're going to get into this stuff. We're going to run through it. We're going to do a quick overtime show, and you guys can come right back here tomorrow. All right. But first, we like to start every show with a Black History fact, and B and Okole have a Black History fact for you.
And it didn't play because I forgot to unhide the layer. But here we go.
Welcome to this week's Black History Fact. Arthur Ashe was a remarkable figure in the world of tennis and social activism. Born on July 10, 1943, in Richmond, Virginia, he began playing tennis at a young age and quickly showed promise as a talented player. He faced discrimination and racial barriers during his early years in tennis, but persevered to become one of the sport's most celebrated athletes. Numerous achievements marked Ashe's tennis career. He became the first African-American man to win singles titles at prestigious events like the U.S. Open, 1968, the Australian Open, 1970, and Wimbledon, 1975. His skill, composure on the court, and sportsmanship earned him respect and admiration globally. Off the court, Ashe was a vocal advocate for civil rights and social justice. He used his platform to address issues of racial inequality, advocating for equality and diversity in sports and society. Ashe's efforts extended beyond the United States, as he spoke out against apartheid in South Africa and supported humanitarian causes worldwide. Ashe's legacy also includes his contributions to tennis beyond his playing career. He wrote insightful articles and books on tennis strategy and sportsmanship, sharing his knowledge and wisdom with aspiring players. He also worked to promote tennis among young people, particularly in underserved communities, believing in the power of sports to inspire and empower. Tragically, Ashe contracted HIV through a blood transfusion during a heart surgery in the 1980s, leading to his untimely death on February 6, 1993. However, his impact continues to resonate. The Arthur Ashe Courage Award, presented annually at the ESP Awards, honors individuals who display bravery and resilience in the face of adversity, reflecting Ashe's own spirit and legacy.
You are, as always, muted.
Not always. You were muted last time.
Single time.
It was you last time.
No.
Yeah. We had the tape.
100% of the time.
Just so you guys know, apartheid is apartheid. Okay. Cole gets a couple words mixed up here and there. Yeah. And I don't know what's going on at the end there because he said Arthur's Ashe name right the whole time until the end. He said
it happens sometimes. I don't know. It's like little variations they throw in there for. I don't know why.
Just to see what we're paying attention. That's the free version, I guess.
No, it's not.
Oh,
we'll have to have a talk with Cole.
We're paying
That's
Nicole
all
now.
right.
He's got to get it right. All right. Who's here? We got DDSQ says, "What's good, y'all? What's good, DDSQ? Thanks for coming through." Yolanda, Ravens Talk with Yolanda. Make sure you are subscribed. She says, "Good evening, LBHT family. Good evening,
What's
Yolanda.
up,
Did you read
Yolanda?
that?"
We were just talking about you and how you love 2-hour streams, and you should be doing that over on your channel. Everybody thought that was a real good idea.
Let's see. And there's Hendo with the great news. That's right.
So, man,
Great news. No, today's thumbnail said must watch. I think that's what I put in there in the headline. Must watch. Okay. I gotta that's how you gotta hook people on YouTube, man. You gotta use big words, those power words. Okay. She said, "Say what, Brodny? Say what now?"
2-hour stream
For you, not for us. We're doing an hour today. And we're already almost 12 minutes in, and we're not kidding. We're doing about an hour, and we're getting out of here. You can hang out with us in the overtime show. It's open mic night. We can talk about whatever you want, unless we don't want to talk about it. Okay.
Yes. But since we are doing just an hour, let's go ahead and jump in and get some draft talk going with the Baltimore Ravens.
All right, before you start,
Yes.
all right, more people are coming in here. We got about 50 people in here. Hit the like button if you're new. Subscribe. Also, LBHTShow.com. All right, go over there. Sign up for the newsletter. We're working on that. It hasn't come out yet, but we're getting our email list together. Help us out. Help us grow our email list. This newsletter is going to be great for you guys. All right. We got some big things coming up for you guys, and the news will be dropping there. All right. LBHTShow.com. Sign up. Let us know you signed up. We'll give you 1,000 points. All right. Okay.
Just like that.
Just like that. What's up, Just Aloe?
Yeah. So the big news, I guess, today, before we even get into what might happen tomorrow, the Baltimore Ravens signed Rashad Bateman to an extension so that they did not have to make a decision on his 5th-year option. He's now under contract through 2026. No numbers have come out on the contract yet, as far as I've seen, and therefore, I don't really have an opinion on it.
I have an opinion, right? Okay, my opinion is this: if you believe he's better than what he showed last year, if you believe he can turn into a legit number 2, fine. I don't have to like it, right? Like sometimes the team knows what they have in a person, and we may not know. That's fine as long as you know it, right? I don't trust them, but if you really believe, nah, we don't need to go out there and get anybody else. We know what happened last year. We know he's the real deal. We have 2 good young wide receivers. We're straight. I ain't gotta like it, right? You like him, and you extended him. You kept him. That's a good thing if you feel that way. But I can tell you this: a lot of Ravens flock had wide receiver as their first choice, right, in the first round. So I know we don't like him as a fan base. We don't like him that much. We're looking at his replacement, right? Because you're not saying let's go and draft a wide receiver in the first round to be our 3rd guy, right? You want another top guy that can be number 2 or possibly even number 1 and push Zay to number 2. Right? You want 2 top guys, and you don't think Rashad Bateman is one of those top guys. So, no, I don't like it. I want us to get better than that. I don't even care if it's a cheap deal, because cheap deals is what gets us in trouble. So I don't care if you look at it and say, oh, well, actually, it's not that bad. No, it is that bad, because those little deals, that's what we call fast food around here, right? That fast food was like, oh, well, wasn't that much. It was a value meal. It filled me up for right now, but you'll be hungry later. You got no nutritional value out of that. So I don't like it, but I don't have to like it. If he turns out to be good later on, then it's a win. So it is what it is.
Yeah, look, like Pay the Bill says, the only numbers out there that are even rumored are 3 years for 15 million, and that would depend if it's 3 years, 5 million a year. That's a steal, even if you're not a huge fan of Rashad Bateman, because that's players make more than that.
Yeah.
If it's 3 years, 15 million a year, which like I don't know why Rashad Bateman would sign a 3 year, 5 million per year deal at this point.
No way.
But if it's 3 years, 15 million a year, that is a disaster. And I say that even if he comes back and plays better than he has been, because it's the money is the reason that people have been saying you can't get Stephon Diggs, AJ Brown, Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill, T. Higgins, Brandon Ayuk, Debo Samuel, and then to turn around and pay Rashad Bateman, who has not earned that kind of a contract, is a joke. But we don't know. That's just a rumor. So, I mean, we don't know what the actual numbers are. We got to wait and see what actually comes out about that. But hopefully, like I said, he's fully healthy. He gets to work with Lamar this offseason, and he comes back and is a more impactful player than he has been.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we can hope for. There's rumors about him being traded on draft night. Could it be one of those things where they signed him, knowing that he's going to be traded away or something? I don't know. I doubt it. I think he's here. Like we said, if it's $5 million a year, I can't even imagine that. I just can't see Bateman going for that. He's too young to be worrying about, job security.
Too young and 1 season away from a possible huge extension, and honestly, a contract that's no worse than $5 million a year anyway.
Right.
He could probably still get more than that, even if he doesn't have a great year.
Yeah. So I don't see that. Urban says, watch it be more than 15. Yeah. Noah said they pay for potential. They better be right. I mean, we were high on Rashad Bateman when he got drafted. All right. First year, looked good. Second, third,
Look, honestly, it doesn't really make sense either way, because if you're Baltimore, I mean, unless you're certain, like you're sitting in the back office saying, "Man, I'm certain he's going to break out this year."
Yes.
You have him under contract this year, and you've got the 5th-year option. Why would you pay him before him actually doing it?
Yeah, I don't know. Coach says they're going to feed him the ball to make themselves look smart. That ain't up to them. That's up to Lamar. Right? Ultimately, if Lamar doesn't like him as a target, Lamar's not going to throw him the ball. And I think that's the issue that we're kind of struggling with right now when we talk about how good he is or isn't. We look at it and some of us say, hey, well, he was open. He got open. Lamar didn't get him the ball. Well, why is he getting him the ball? Right? Is it one of those things where Lamar doesn't like him, or is it a coaching thing? Meaning, hey, these are your reads. You're supposed to look away from him. Like, you're supposed to look at this guy over here. Like, he's not the main focus. He may not even be the second or third option, right?
Mm-hmm.
When he's looking through progressions. So that could be part of it. I don't know. But like I said, if they feel like he's the guy, then it doesn't matter how I feel, right? Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. I'll be here to criticize you if you're wrong. But if you got it right, then cool. These are the type of things I love to be wrong about, by the way, right? Excuse me. I don't like the move. I would love to be wrong about this.
Yeah.
If he turned out to be the man, cool. That's great. I want to be wrong about this, but our track history says we're not going to be wrong.
Yeah. So I mean, look, again, we got to wait and see what the actual real numbers are. There's nothing confirmed out there, but as of right now, it looks like another we got so and so at home. Don't ask me about Brandon Ayuk anymore kind of move.
Yeah, because this move actually came out the same time the news of Brandon, the 49ers wanting a first round pick for Brandon Ayuk. Coincidence? Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. But that better not be the reason. It better not be a situation where we were interested in Brandon Ayuk. and they said that first round pick is too high. Let's just re-sign Rashad Bateman. That is not the answer.
Right. So, all right, moving on to that first round pick that the Ravens have. They're picking 30th this year. And, obviously they have big holes on the offensive line, left guard, and right tackle. They have holes at wide receiver, even after re-signing the receiver who was already there, shockingly. They need either a number one or number two, and they need a little more depth at receiver as well. But obviously you're not going to address that in the first round. But they also have a need at corner. And, I kind of think that's where they're going to go at pick 30. I think that they're looking around, they're saying, hey, Cleveland traded for Jerry Jeudy, so now they got Amari Cooper, Jeudy, Elijah Moore, and a couple guys they've drafted recently. The Bengals have, Chase, and they brought back T. Higgins. The Steelers have George Pickens. They signed Van Jefferson. They're looking at bringing in Brandon Ayuk. We need somebody to cover these receivers.
Hold on a second. Ty from the floor. What's going on? I haven't seen you before. Welcome to the show. He says, y'all wrong. Watch film, please. He stay open. He just sometimes drop, but not every game, and he consistently wins one-on-ones. Y'all tripping. He sometimes drops the ball. How often we say he drops the ball? Do you think that plays a factor into it? And don't say watch the film. We know damn well you don't watch the film. All right. He's not always open. Don't Coach watches the film. Coach Evans watches the film. We know he gets open more times, than it might seem. But are you going to sit here and say he's a number one wide receiver? Are you going to say he's better than Brandon Ayuk? Because this is what we're talking about. We're not saying, hey, cut him, he's a bum. Nobody said he's a bum. We're saying we want to get Ayuk. We want to get Stephon Diggs. We want to get Justin Jefferson. Are you going to be bold enough to say he's better than those guys?
And what's tripping is coming in here talking about a receiver who has 1,100 yards and 4 touchdowns in 34 games. So it's not that he's never, ever getting the ball. Right? Obviously every receiver in the league gets open and their quarterbacks miss them or don't throw them the ball at times. Right? But you also have to look at the fact that when he gets the ball, he doesn't do a whole lot with it.
It's not enough. What's going on, Nitro? Nitro says, Ravens believe he's a number one receiver, and only reason his numbers don't reflect that is because of injuries. We will see. I like Bate, but I want backup plans. I don't believe they believe that. You don't spend a first-round pick on a receiver the next year if you believe that. I don't think they believe that.
Hey, Ty says, I watch film, I promise, and I don't believe he's a number one.
Oh, he promises, so it's all good.
But he's a great number 3 or number 2. When is he going to prove that?
Okay, all right, so how are we tripping? You say he's a great 3 or possibly 2? I mean, come on, Ty. I mean, look, thanks for coming through. I appreciate it. But you're saying we're tripping over a number 3 wide receiver? This is what we want to argue about? Here we go. All right. So back to the draft. hey, Ty, I'm curious. What do you think we should draft? Do you think we should draft a wide receiver at any point? I'm just curious because I know a lot of Ravens fans were saying just the other day that we need to go wide receiver. So
I'll tell you what, man. It better not be that he signed a extension for $5 million a year because that ain't great nothing. That's not a great number 4.
Ty, man, thanks for coming through, man. Seriously, it's all good. All right. It needs to be offensive linemen. Okay, we put out 2 videos earlier. You guys need to go watch them. Okay, we got 75 people in here. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Ty, subscribe. Go watch our videos earlier. We did 2 mock drafts. We did 2 O linemen for the Ravens, I believe. I was tempted to go 3 in a row.
Yeah.
We did 2 O linemen, 2 O linemen and a running back.
Yeah.
And a running back. I forget which running back we picked up.
Ray Davis.
Yes.
And
yes.
Some people had an issue with that because Trey Benson was available. And to you, I will say, like I said to that commenter, F Florida State. All right.
I didn't say that.
We on Draft Seminoles over here.
Tough Puppy, what's going on? Says like the stream. Hey, salute, Tough Puppy. A long time subscriber, viewer of the show. Okay, appreciate you. Yes, hit the like button as well. You're right, Coach. You're right. But yes, Hendo says, "Wow,
Yeah,
B."
exactly. That's right.
No, I 2 O linemen. We might have to go 3, man, because like Coach was saying earlier, I teased out Coach's video earlier. You have to watch that video. Go over to Coach Evans, Sip to Tally Film. That's him right there. SIP.
And don't be saying bias anything, Mr. SEC.
SIP 2 TALLY. Sip to Tally Films. Subscribe. All right. Check out his video on Joe DeLisandris and how he is a total fraud. Okay. Joe D is a fraud. He hasn't developed any offensive linemen. Jeremy says he doesn't like Florida State either. Okay. All right. Jeremy, you're not helping here.
The chat agrees with me.
You're not helping.
At Florida State too.
Evil Lamar, don't do this.
That's right.
Don't do this, Evil Lamar. Florida State did nothing to you. Okay. All right. You guys don't care about college football like that anymore to be this emotional. Nobody does. Okay. The video game hasn't even come out yet. You guys aren't that invested in college football.
Listen, it's all about this right here. All right.
Yeah.
They finally got a quarterback.
Joe DeLisandris is a fraud. He hasn't developed any offensive linemen. Okay. Which is why we keep having to find that guy. We have to get some talented guys. We have to hit on this. We can't sit there and say next man up, and the next man up isn't good enough. Okay. Yeah. Ben Cleveland, I hope. Again, I hope it's one of these things where I hope I'm just wrong. Right? I hope Ben Cleveland can go in there and be the starter. You know, I hope Salah, Falele. I mean, it hurts to say.
That's the thing. Like,
I hope they can do it.
He was a 3rd round pick. He's been on the bench for a couple years. And we always talk about it takes, offensive linemen a while to develop. And if the Ravens were sitting here in the offseason saying, you know what, we're good at 4 positions and we believe strongly in Ben Cleveland, I'm like, cool, fine. I can buy that on your one guy who you drafted in the 3rd round, who you've been kind of preparing for Kevin Zeitler's departure.
Yeah.
But the problem is you're not saying that for just Ben Cleveland. Yeah, you're saying that for a guy who you haven't seen do anything in Andrew Voorhees. You're saying it for a guy who looked terrible last year in camp and preseason in Salah. You're saying it for a guy who hasn't looked great when he's gotten to play in Falele. Like, it's 3 spots. It's too many spots to fill. And, especially for a team that has not really shown the ability to fill offensive line holes quickly.
When I was watching Coach's video earlier, and he's listing all the offensive linemen that have played under this regime, right? With Joe D as the offensive line coach. He started the same year Lamar, came into the league. And I mean, we had some bad players, right? We went from great. It started out great. I mean, it wasn't his guys, but that's what you inherited. It started out, man, this looks great. To we lost somebody. Oh, there goes another one. Oh, this is bad. But there was a name on there that when I saw that, I was just like, damn, this wasn't that long ago, and we're doing it again. James Hurst. Remember James Hurst?
I do remember James Hurst.
Remember we all said James Hurst is going to lock down one of those spots. Don't worry, we ain't got to worry about replacement. We got James Hurst, right? Does that sound familiar today, ladies and gentlemen? We're doing that with Voorhees. We're doing that with Voorhees. Voorhees could be a pleasant surprise, but you already projected him to be a good starter, right? Not serviceable, not somebody that could fill in spots here and there, like Makari. You said no, he's going to start and be good. Can't do that.
No.
Urban Closer says who? Yeah, James Hurst. That's what we always say about these guys that we say are going to be somebody, and then after a few years and they turn out to be nobody like we expected, you forget about them. That's going to be Voorhees, most likely.
Yeah. But in the interest of getting us out of here in an hour, we're going to go ahead and move on.
Yes.
Next up, we've got the Carolina Panthers and their draft talk. Now, it's not draft eve for Carolina. Carolina's draft starts on Friday.
It could
with
be.
No, it's not. With the 33rd pick and the 39th pick.
You can
Okay,
easily move up.
I'm not moving into the first round. All right. So they're sitting there at the top of the second, where they've got 2 picks in the first. Yeah, 33 and 39.
See,
and I
you're
think
doing
there's
it.
going to be a lot of talent there.
Hold on, you're doing it, B. You're valuing the picks more than the players.
No, I'm not. I'm not valuing the picks more than the players. Look, trading up is still just picks.
Okay, no, all I'm saying is if there's somebody that falls there, they're like, no, we gotta get him. Because
my thing is this is a thing for me that doesn't ever really happen. I mean, it does occasionally, but it's extremely rare that a player falls and you're like, man, that player's too good to pass up. We need to move up and get him. Okay, Randy Moss is an example of that. Where a lot of teams, Carolina included, took him off of their board, and he fell in the first round much further than he should have, because he's one of the greatest wide receivers ever. He looked like that in college, and just a bunch of teams passed on him. Right. Dez fell a bit in the first round as well. But typically, again, when you start to see guys sliding, they're not elite prospects. It's just guys who mock drafts told you would go a little higher, and you wouldn't have a shot at them.
No, I understand, but what I'm saying is you're 1 pick out of the first round.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like those, especially the Ravens, like those teams can easily trade out of the first round, and you might have to give a late round pick or something like that, right? Like if it's somebody there that they're like, no, this is the guy. That can happen.
And what I'm saying is, I don't think that's a thing that happens that often. Is what I'm saying. I think that what's very likely is Ravens come up on the clock, and not even the Ravens. Screw the Ravens. We're not trading with the Ravens.
Wow. Who you got against the Ravens?
They pick 29 as I don't even know who has it at this point. But if they come up and a receiver that they like is there, but it's just a guy that they like out of a group of 3 or 4, and they know one of those guys is going to be there at 33. Just keep your pick. Because they're going to have a lot of guys in that area that they like. A lot of guys who they grade similarly will be there right around the end of that first round, start of the second round, and they're not in a position where they have to draft a particular position. They can go wide receiver. It's obviously a big need for them. They can go with center, another big need for them. They can go corner. They can go edge rusher. They can even go interior D-line to pair somebody with Derek Brown. Like, they have a lot of options there, so they're not going to be in a position where they have to move up to get that one guy. Now, if San Francisco says, hey, man, that 33rd pick is a lot like a first-round pick, would you like Brandon Ayuk? Yes, I would. I would like Brandon Ayuk. You can have pick 33, and I'll have Brandon Ayuk. But I don't want them trading picks to move up to just get another guy who's essentially a very similar prospect, and they can just stay where they're at and keep their extra pick because they need all the picks they can get. Part of what got them into this situation where they are right now, which is a 2-win team, going into 6 straight years of being under 500, is that Dave Gettleman did not like to use all of his draft picks. Like, y'all complain about Eric DeCosta a lot, and I complain about him too. But at least he doesn't leave the draft with 3 players and 4 players. At 5. Carolina, during the time that Dave Gettleman was the GM, never had a draft with 7 players. It's not good.
Who did he draft? I don't think he drafted good players either, did he?
He didn't. Every GM drafts good players, every now and then. But he had the one year where he drafted 3 straight corners, right? Because they needed a corner.
That's right.
So he got James Bradbury, who was a very good corner.
Yes.
That was a good pick. Daryl Worley, not so great. And then Zach Sanchez, who somebody pointed out likes to bite on double moves, and he says he likes to bite on double moves. I like to have a milkshake. Like everybody's got their flaws.
That's right.
And that dude was, I can't even remember if he made the team in his rookie year. I think he did, and then he was out of the league. But they took those 3 corners. They took a 7th round tight end who didn't make the team, and I forget who they even took in the 1st round. But it was an awful draft, and they got into day 3, and he just traded all of his picks. He's like, I got someplace to be. But the point is, Carolina's picking at 33 and 39, and I think there's going to be a lot of talent at a lot of different positions that they can use, and they should stick where they're at and take 2 players there.
What if the 49ers say we want 33rd and 36th pick for Brandon Ayuk?
Well, they don't have the 36th pick. They got the 39th pick, and I would say 39th. No.
You say no?
I would say no, because you're going to have to pay Brandon Ayuk $25 million also. Brandon Ayuk is 27, I believe, turning 28, and
he's not exactly like that
you don't know for sure that he is a number 1 receiver. A lot of people like him, but he hasn't proven that. They've got Deontay Johnson on a 1-year deal, so I would say at that point, draft a receiver, go ahead and play with Deontay Johnson, see if Jonathan Mingo improves, see what you get in that 2nd round pick, and just kind of keep it pushing, because they're not in a position right now today where they're going to be a Super Bowl contender. And with Cincinnati kind of balking at moving T. Higgins, passing on Ayuk doesn't take you out of that top wide receiver conversation, because you can come back next year and make a run at T. Higgins anyway.
Yeah, that's true. Jeremy says, Brian saying that while he appears on Ravens shows. What say you, B?
What?
You said screw the Ravens earlier. You're saying that why you appear on Ravens shows.
Yeah, and Ravens fans ain't gonna do nothing about it either, Jeremy.
Ravens show, because this isn't a Ravens show. This is
but Ravens Roundup and Steel Conspiracy are both technically, and Any Given Sunday.
Well, that's a Ravens and Panthers one. I mean, that's a Ravens, Steelers, and Panthers one.
Yeah. But Any Given Sunday is a Ravens show. They do on Sunday with Hendo.
Oh, there you go.
Ravens Roundup is a Ravens show.
See, Jeremy's a true fan. He watches all of it.
And like I said, Ravens fans ain't gonna do nothing about it. So whatever. Say what I want.
They want to stick Bill Haney on you. You're gonna get a call from Bill Haney.
That's not a thing. Bill Haney is the worst. I shouldn't even say the worst. He's hilarious. But good Lord. All right, moving on. I was gonna load a clip for that, but I didn't want to bleep out every time. Every single word. All right, we're gonna move on to the NBA real quick. The playoffs are going on. And as you see in the
wait, is this court of public opinion?
No. This is gonna lead into court of public opinion, though.
Gotcha. Okay.
The old guard is done. Right, Steph Curry's already out. They didn't make the playoffs technically, even though they were playing in the postseason. Such a ridiculous thing to say. Kevin Durant's down 0-2 to Anthony Edwards in the Timberwolves. LeBron's down 0-2 to the Denver Nuggets. And the guys who have dominated the league. Clay was 0 for 10 or 12 or whatever it was in that Golden State game on their way out. The guys who have dominated the league are just not at that level anymore. They're not contending for titles anymore. They've passed the torch on to guys like Jokic, like guys like Giannis, and then the even younger guys coming up behind them. Don't bring up people.
What?
But yeah, so the faces of the league for the last, in LeBron's case, 2 decades, but 10, 15 years are kind of being phased out now. Yeah, and you're bringing in this new era, Gilgeous-Alexander, a likely MVP over there. Luka, probably going to be, he's going to win an MVP at some point in his career. Even Jason Tatum, he's still young, even though I know he's never going to get it done. But there's a lot of young talent coming up behind those guys. How do you feel about that? Because I know for a lot of sports fans, they start to sour on sports when the guys they kind of grew up with start to leave the leagues.
Well, we're getting old, man. Like, this is like the second time this has happened to us, because we grew up in the Jordan era, and after Jordan retired, Barkley, all of them, like, Burr was gone, Magic was gone. Um, there's a little time there where, like, it's just, it was kind of dry. Like, it was like, all right.
No, sir, it was not dry because we transitioned right into Crucian legend Timothy Duncan.
Well, yeah. I mean, look, no. They were, they came in the league. AI was in the league. Like, you had the next group of young stars,
Yeah.
right? But it was just different. It wasn't the same as when Jordan was in the league. That's where we started. Started watching. It was different, but it was fine, right? Because you always get the next batch of stars to come up. It's the same thing now. Like, now, okay, like we've watched LeBron for all these years, his entire career.
Yeah.
You had Melo on that time, D Wade, like all these guys, and they're all retired now. And it's kind of like, oh, okay, like like you can see the talent with these young guys, but you want to see who's going to kind of like establish themselves as that guy, because usually that's how it is. There's usually one guy in every generation that is that guy.
Yeah,
but that may not happen this time around because there's a lot of.
Well, I was about to ask, who do you think that is?
Yes, there's a lot of excellent players. The easy answer is to say Wembanyama.
And the correct answer. Easy correct answer. Because look, there is a ton of talent out there. I'm a big Luka Doncic fan. Love
Me too.
Luka.
Me too.
Incredible player.
Yeah.
Gilgeous-Alexander, incredible player.
Mm-hmm.
Jokic, one of the best we've ever seen. He can. There's literally nothing he can do or he can't do on the court, right? But Victor Wembanyama is an alien, and he walked into the league, and I believe he's a finalist this year for a Defensive Player of the Year. He was averaging like 3.5 blocks this season. He's shooting it from three. He blocked 7-footer Chet Holmgren shot without even jumping. And Chet was so shocked he just fell on the floor. Victor is different. Victor's very different, and if they do right by Victor and build a team around him, he's going to dominate the league for a very long time.
I remember they're showing some clips of him in the summer game, the summer league, and I'll never forget. It's some dude on Twitter, man. He retweeted that. He's like, "Hey, Tatum, we got to win this chip now."
And that's it. That's it. And I kind of like to see that sense of urgency, like because like Jokic and those guys, they're not old, right?
No.
Doncic is very young. Gilgeous-Alexander is like 24, but to have them look around and be like, Victor coming, we better get serious,
And Tatum's have to win it now. He just has to align himself with Wembanyama.
Well, and that's what I say about guys like Jalen Brunson, who's not a superstar, never will be. You're not going to win a title with him being your best player. Spider Mitchell, same thing.
Yeah,
like those kind of guys. If I were them, and even Luka, because teaming up with Kyrie ain't working out so well. But any of those guys, I would be. I mean, I would be in a race to get to San Antonio to be the number 2 with Wembanyama, because you're gonna win multiple rings.
And D Weezy is right here. Popovich said he was going to retire, and then management said, "Here's Wembanyama." Absolutely, and then he extended.
Yeah,
he was on his way to retirement. He said, "Okay, I had a nice career." Oh, who's that guy? That's for me. Oh, where do I sign?
Like, that's not a video game. He's real.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's going to be Wembanyama, but it is an incredibly talented era still. So I think it's still going to be very, very entertaining, very competitive. But I think he is going to be that guy. I think it's going to be him, Anthony Edwards, and Luka. I think are going to be my 3 moving forward. Doncic is, or not Doncic, Jokic is the guy right now.
Yeah.
But I think his window is going to be smaller, obviously, than the LeBrons and Durant's, because Wembanyama's already there.
Yeah. All right.
But it's time for another conversation, because I said that the old guard is done. But turns out that the old guard they're not just aging out, they're being ushered out. And we need to have a talk about whether or not this is fair. Okay, whether or not it's fair, whether or not it's good for the league, whether or not maybe we should go back and change the results of some of the recent games. We'll see what y'all think.
All rise, all rise. Okay, court is now in session.
Yes.
Okay, you might as well. I mean, the topic says LeBron and Sixers versus the world. No,
Yeah.
no, that's not. I gotta show you how I fill out the docket. Okay,
Whatever, man.
it's LeBron, and Sixers versus the NBA. Okay, versus the
No,
NBA.
I put
and
versus
really,
the world because everybody disagrees.
And really, what we should be saying, you got to put the people versus the people. Okay, but really, what we should be saying is Brodny and LeBron.
No, my friend. And it's not versus the NBA anyway. That's incorrect because the NBA is on their side. So if you did not watch, now I'm not gonna. This is really kind of two separate cases. I'm not gonna put LeBron and the Lakers in here. They blew that themselves. There were some bad calls, some very bad calls in that game that helped Denver chip away at that 20-point lead. D'Angelo Russell got clotheslined across the face, and they were like, "He already shot it. It's fine." And then LeBron, lightly bumped a player on his way to the basket, and they called it, and they gave him 2 free throws that tied the game. It's like there were some bad calls down the stretch of that, but that didn't cost them the game. Darvin Ham cost them the game, and we can't put him on trial here because hashtag family show, hashtag keep it clean. But the 76ers, they were playing the New York Knicks. They were up late. The Knicks hit a 3. And of course, as it happens in the NBA, the other team gets the ball, right? Mm-hmm. No, not in this case. The Sixers took the ball out of bounds, passed it into Maxey, and he was assaulted a couple times. And the Knicks just took the ball away from him, and they passed it out to White Dante, and White Dante hit a 3 and put him ahead. And the rest is history, as they say. Joel Embiid he had his head down in the locker room, and he was like, it's I forget the word that he actually used, but he said it was disgusting. It was terrible. It shouldn't have happened. They're better than the Knicks. They should be up 2-0. Obviously, he got fouled, blah, 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 blah. But they're going to come back and they're going to win. And everybody was like, ha, ha, cry less. And then
that's why you play 4 games.
But then the NBA came out and they said, no, Maxey was fouled twice on that play. Right? And this is where we kind of get to the crux of the case here. Because most fans, they don't want to hear about the referees influencing the end of the game until it happens to their team, right? Fans are saying, hey, it's, 30 seconds left, 15 seconds left, whatever. It's a playoff game, 4th quarter. You can't call that, right? Legitimate fouls. You can't call that because it's the end of the game. You don't get to decide the end of the game. Now, I'm taking the attack that, hey, you're playing 4 quarters. It's 48 minutes. The rules apply for all 48 minutes of that game. And if you foul somebody, whether it's the first minute of the game, whether it's the last second of the game, your job as a ref is to blow the whistle and call that foul. Whether it's going to ruin a storybook ending for the New York Knicks, who haven't won anything in 50 years or not, your job is to call that foul. That's why you're there. You're not there to be popular. You're there to make the calls, right?
Well, yeah, and also, I mean, well, we haven't got to the LeBron thing yet, but LeBron gets the call. Sorry, Jordan got the call. Kobe got those calls down the stretch. LeBron gets that call.
I didn't want to say that, but we all know it to be true. Okay,
I don't care how people feel. Because Superstar gets a call. He's the guy. He's still the face. But I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit. Yes. Okay. For Tyrese Maxey, I look at it like this. However you're gonna call it, that's how you call it all throughout. All right. And sometimes that happens. Hey, we're gonna let them play a little physical this game, right? Then you call that way all throughout the game. Don't swallow your whistle at the end because we don't want to influence the game or whatever. Well, you are influencing it by not calling obvious fouls. The ticky-tack calls or whatever. All right, fine. You want to let those go? Let those go. if it's obvious, you have to call it. I don't even see what the controversy is right there.
Well, the controversy comes in because fans want to see the players decide the game, even if the players decide I'm going to cheat to try and win the game at the end. Right? This happened in the women's March Madness as well, when Iowa was playing UConn. Right? UConn had the ball. They were down. I forget how much they were down, but they were down. And Paige Beckers, who is a superstar, was coming off a screen and was going to get an open three that could have, either won them the game or tied it. But her teammate was called for a moving screen, an illegal screen. And everybody was like, "Oh, the fix is in." The refs, they're trying to get Caitlin Clark to the next round. Blah blah blah. No, it was a blatant illegal screen. You just didn't want them to call it, because you wanted to see if Paige Beckers was going to make that shot. It's much more dramatic to see if the star player is going to catch that ball, put it up, make the shot, and make it happen. See,
Big
no,
Red says,
and here, I knew right on time. It's not BS at all, Big Reg. I understand you didn't want them to call that, but she leaned into the girl. You're not allowed to do that. It is a foul. There was no question it was a foul. The only question is, man, should I call this or should I just let it go and see what happens?
Yeah. Chris White says they gave Lakers 31 free throws attempts a game last season.
No, they didn't give them anything, Christopher. Okay, when you play physical and you get to the basket, you get free throws. That's how it works.
All right, this is gonna be an interesting one. All right, so LeBron's the second game. You want to tell people what happened there?
Well, I mean, it's just we're lumping them together. But
okay,
I'm just saying. Yeah. I put his name in there because he complained about the refs, even though that's not the reason they lost. They lost because of Darvin Ham and Austin Reeves. Okay, Darvin Ham and Austin Reeves. Austin, I am begging you, bro. Learn how to cover anyone. Anybody. Just pick somebody and say, you know what, I'm going to learn how to cover that guy this offseason. He can't cover a single person in the NBA. That's why LeBron and AD were on Jamal Murray and Jokic at the end of the game, because their guards can't guard anybody. But whatever.
And they can't shoot.
I mean, I'm not gonna. D'Angelo hit 7 threes in this game, so I'm not even gonna go after D'Angelo on this one. Hats off to him. He showed up for the first time ever. Austin Reeves, you got to go, bro.
Well, he just signed a new extension. Gotta go. So, and they said Darvin Ham's coming back.
That's speculation, all right? But anyway, you see the poll here. Should they call the foul or let them play? If you think they call it, you say #call, or if you think let them play, #no call. Keeping in mind that the NBA already admitted that they were wrong in that Sixers game and that Maxey was fouled not once, but twice.
All right.
To costing them that game.
You have to put the hashtag in there. All right. #call or #no call. All right. That's how we got to do it. That's how your vote counts. Hurry up and type. We got to get out of here. All right. Brent says #call. #call. Okay. Right. All right.
That's right.
All right.
I want to address this from Evil Lamar. Rui Hachimura played like he was scared too. Correct. That's how I was addressing that. There's nothing else to that. But I'm more willing to give Rui a pass because Rui has shown up more consistently than those other guys that I mentioned.
This is becoming a little bit more lopsided than I had imagined. Okay. Oh, Big Reg. There we go. Yeah,
because why did I say it's speculation so aggressively? Because he's a joke, all right? Like we talk about John Harbaugh not making in-game adjustments. Darvin doesn't make game-to-game adjustments. It's sickening. He doesn't do anything out there. You know what he said when they asked him what they have to play for? Down 0-2, going back home with 2 home games with LeBron James and Anthony Davis on his team. You know what he said? Just an abundance of life.
You know what's messed up about this whole Darvin Ham thing? It's like the Lakers are just being spiteful to LeBron James, because when LeBron either leaves or retires, they're going to fire Darvin Ham. Like immediately. He may not, like, when I say immediately, I'm saying LeBron retires and then Darvin Ham will be fired.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, oh, no, you can't,
And
you
not
can't
only
coach
that,
this next team.
Not only that, Austin Reeves and D'Angelo Russell will be gone.
Yeah.
That's also who needs to be on trial. That might be next week. Who is more to blame for wasting LeBron and AD? Is it Darvin Ham or Kobe's friend? I'm not even going to say his name.
Oh, Rob Lowe.
Yeah. and I told Suge, man, and I felt bad saying it, but Kobe's dead. Why is his friend still here with the job?
That's cool.
I'm sorry, but that's why he has the job.
But correct. Why are you here?
Right? Why are you here? Like, we'll take care of you. You can't be the GM no more. Like, what are we doing?
No.
All right, I'm gonna cut this off before any more cowards come in here and type no call in the chat. It's obvious you called a foul.
And Rob, see, your vote didn't count. You put hashtag call the foul. You have to put hashtag call.
It's the one in parentheses. Hashtag call or hashtag no call.
I just want your vote to count, and Rob. I just want your vote to count. Okay. What's going on? Q Jackson says, "What's up, fellas? Are y'all ready for the big letdown tomorrow?"
Ain't no letdown for me. My team drafting on Friday.
He said, "I can just watch back and relax. Sit back and relax."
That's right.
Okay. All right. Tim Hughes says, "What's up, guys? Go Ravens." Hey, salute to you guys are coming at the very end. Okay, because we're about to get up out of here. It's okay. Tim, the good thing about YouTube is there's replay. Also, if you just want to listen to a podcast during your lunch break tomorrow, we upload this for the audio, so you can listen to it wherever you listen to podcasts. All right.
So we've got three. I think we got 3 submitted questions, and we've got like 3 minutes left for an hour. Perfect.
Oh, I forgot about submitted questions. Let's go.
Where is it? There it is.
I love that animation.
I know, it's so good. Yeah. Submitted question. We got to throw some music on. We got to get a jingle though. Submitted questions.
Or submitted questions.
I think for all of them.
Okay.
All right. We gotta go. All right. What is one move that would get you to jump out of your seat on draft day and in anger or excitement? That's from our guy Noah.
A trade for Justin Jefferson.
Okay. I know what the anger one is. The anger one is the one that's going to happen. So definitely tune in tomorrow. Kool-Aid McKinstry or Cooper DeJean.
So they're saying Cooper is a safety now. So we can't get him. Sorry, guys.
Oh, you have a need a safety too.
It wouldn't make me jump out of my seat in anger. I just laugh.
Yeah. Well, that's beyond jumping out of the seat in anger. For the Carolina Panthers, it would be, hey, we traded 33 and 39 and we moved up, and guess what? We got a tight end.
Not the tight end, like a tight end.
Yeah, something stupid like that. But I don't foresee any issue because Carolina has so many needs. Like, it's just whoever you want, Dan. Next up, this one is from Jeremy. He says, what is more likely? LeBron retires with the Lakers or he retires with another team? I think he's going to opt out and sign back in LA, and he's going to play his last season out with the Lakers.
Yeah, I think he stays in LA.
Yeah, I don't see. I don't think he's going to see the value in a move at this point. He's won however many MVPs. He's won 4 championships. It's whatever. I think he's going to finish it out with the Lakers. And last up from our guy Jay, with Trey Hendrickson, the edge rusher from Cincinnati, requesting a trade. Could there be enough to do a deal that involves him and T. Higgins? Now, I'm assuming he means for the Carolina Panthers. And I'm going to say no thank you to Trey Hendrickson, but I will still take T. Higgins. And what would you like for T. Higgins? And we will give you that. I typically want a deal for both.
Typically, you don't see like a package deal like that where two very good players go to the same team in one trade.
No. But even hypothetically, I wouldn't want Trey Hendrickson. I think, he's a good edge rusher, but he's not an elite edge rusher. He's making a lot of money. I would pass. He's a little bit older. I'm just, whatever. Give me T. Higgins, though.
Yeah. I agree.
But also, I don't really think that they have enough capital necessarily because they don't have a first, and they're definitely going to be looking for a first for T. Higgins. They're probably going to be looking for a first or something close to it for Hendrickson as well if they decide to move him.
All right. Trivia time. You got trivia?
We do have trivia.
All right, real quick. And also, look, I know we made this a short one, but we're gonna hang out over on the Overtime Show. So if you want to be a part of that, patreon.com/LBHT Show for as little as $5. Okay. We have other tiers, 10, 20, and was it $60 tier? But if you have $5 in your pocket, it's well worth it. Okay, so we'll be hanging out in the Overtime Show. Also, we have a Discord that gets you access to the Discord, so consider being a Patreon member. Patreon.com/LBHT Show. All right.
All right, so here we go. The Ravens have never picked 30th before, but they've lost in the conference championship game twice. What did they do with their first round pick in the following draft in those years?
I don't know. So, yeah, while we're doing that, B, we have to. I want to get a chance. I want to move this overlay over because you see the lights is kind of looking out. That's it. There it is.
Yeah. Lights that you put right behind my very good work.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I messed it up.
It's all right. It's okay. The stadium looks better.
But yes, patreon.com/LBHT Show. That's what it says. All right. That's where you want to go. The other overlay says LBHTShow.com. Okay. Go over there. Sign up for our newsletter. What's going on, Sterling? Sterling came at the very end. Yeah, we cut it short today, Sterling.
What's up, Sterling?
Come over to the Overtime Show. Hang out. Okay. It's open mic night. We're just talking about whatever. Okay. We ain't going to stay long because we have draft night tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow. All right. Coach Evans is going to be hosting it. All right. It's going to be the whole Ravens Roundup crew. It's going to be the deep cover crew up in there. Just like last year. It was a lot of fun. All right. We're going to be simulcasting. So Coach will be hosting it on his channel. We'll also be streaming it on our channel over here. We'll be reading the comments. So come hang out with us. Danny says trade up.
Yeah, you know damn well they ain't never done that, Danity. But anyway, what I said was with the 2 first-round picks following those years, everybody's giving one answer. Unless y'all are saying they traded back both times, which would be hilarious. But incorrect.
And Rob says a question outside of football. What do you think of Trey Murphy from New Orleans? Who?
No, I don't know. Not familiar with Trey Murphy. He is. He said outside of football. He's talking about basketball. I mean.
Oh yeah.
I don't think anything. I don't think anything negative of him. I don't think anything positive of him either. He's there.
Yeah.
Wait.
Tim
Are
says
you related to Trey Murphy?
No, Tim's cool. Yeah. Trey's cool. Tim's cool too. He says if y'all sticking around for a second longer, what would you think about Ravens targeting Joe Milton in a later round to be a true backup QB for Lamar?
I'm not a fan of those kind of long shot quarterbacks. Just I mean, look, he was a guy that people love in college, and people want to see him do well and all that. I don't see it. If they want to get him a real backup quarterback, which they should, they need to be looking at guys who have played in the NFL and have shown they can play.
Salute to Big Daddy Raven for subscribing. Be awesome like Big Daddy Raven and subscribe. All right. Attitude Pop says, how y'all feel about Lamar slimming down? I don't know. Did he slim down?
Fine. Yeah, he came in noticeably slimmer. And look, he had lost a step, when he's running.
Yeah.
It's fine. I still don't really want to see him running nearly as much as he had been in the past.
Oh, that's right. And those reminded me. Road to 2,000. We are less than 100 away from 2,000 subscribers, ladies and gentlemen. So hit that subscribe button. Get us to 2,000 subscribers today. Justin Phillips says, and trade back.
And Justin Phillips is correct.
Ding, 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 ding.
And because we're getting out of here early, Justin Phillips is getting all the points.
There you go. You got a lot of points, Justin. You got enough to qualify for our drawing.
Yeah.
there you go. So at the end of the month, which will be next show, we're going to be doing our giveaways. So every month, if you don't know, at the end of every month, we have a giveaway for the person with the most points, and we have a giveaway from our drawing. You need 1,000 points to qualify for the drawing. All right. The drawing gets you a $25 Amazon gift card. First place winner gets to pick their prize within a certain amount of dollars.
And
Range.
Justin Phillips just jumped into second.
Ooh.
With that trivia.
All right. So
I was actually thinking about doing another trivia tomorrow for whoever guessed the Ravens pick, and just giving out a gift card or something like that. We'll see. I'm gonna sleep on it. I'll sleep on it.
Okay. All right. So hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications. We will be back tomorrow. Check out the videos that we put out earlier. We did 2 mock drafts, one for the Panthers, one for the Ravens. Check that out because your boy put in some hours editing those. So checking it out would be greatly appreciated. Bazel says I'm still going to win the giveaway. Okay.
Bazel, you are in third.
Well, he can win the drawing.
I'm just letting him know if he wants to win the giveaway. He is currently in third.
Yeah, there you go. Donations will jump you up real quick. All right, signing up to our Patreon will get you there as well. If you haven't signed up for our newsletter, that's an easy 1,000 points. That's automatic 1,000 points. So you can sign up to the newsletter at LBHTShow.com. Wait for the little pop-up box to show up. Put in your email address. Send us an email or DM or whatever, and just let us know, and we'll give you 1,000 points. It's that easy. All right.
Yeah, Justin Phillips. If you do want to win, you can go to LBHTShow.com, sign up for the newsletter. 1,000 points will put you in first, and then you just get to pick your prize.
Yeah. Bazel said birthday points. Is today your birthday, Bazel? Is it
your birthday, Bazel?
Yolanda with a $20 donation. It's great stream. Thank you, Yolanda. Appreciate that. He said not today. So why'd you bring it up then, Bazel?
You just lost yourself points, Bazel. What is going on? Why is it still going?
Huh?
Okay, there it went. I was like, why was it still going?
He said Monday. All right, talk to us on Monday on the Ravens Roundup.
Yeah.
We'll talk to Coach about getting you some points.
Coach is a real generous dude, man.
What's up, H&E? All right, we getting out of here. Y'all trying to trick us.
Happy early birthday, Bazel.
Happy birthday. Look, we'll see you on Monday. We'll wish you happy birthday on Monday.
Yes.
All right, y'all. That's it. You want to hang out a little bit longer, go over to the Overtime Show, patreon.com/LBHT Show. All right, Patreon members, get ready. The Overtime Show is starting right now. Everybody else, we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great night. All right, we'll see you very soon. Peace out.